Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into a world that's, well, mostly invisible to the average traveler, but absolutely essential to hotel hygiene. We're talking about the massive, high-stakes operation behind those crisp, pristine bed linens and perfectly pressed clothes that magically appear in your room.
So how exactly does a hotel pull this off? I mean, just think about the sheer logistics hidden behind one single hotel bedsheet. Now multiply that by hundreds of rooms, day in and day out. It definitely doesn't happen by accident. It requires a really strict set of rules.
To see exactly how this magic happens, we're going straight to the source. We're looking at the official housekeeping NCII competency standards, specifically the unit on laundering linen and guest clothes. And guys, this is a rigorous module. We're talking 72 hours of intense training. It just goes to show this is a meticulously documented science. You're definitely not just tossing things in a wash and hoping for the best.
Here's our roadmap for today. 1. The on-premise laundry roll. 2. Guest versus in-house items. 3. Collecting guest clothes. 4. Collecting in-house linens. And finally, 5. The full laundry cycle.
All right, Section 1. The on-premise laundry roll.
So, what actually is an OPL? Well, an on-premise laundry is a facility operated entirely within the hotel itself. And you might be wondering, why go through all that trouble? Because bringing it in-house is a really smart business move. An efficient OPL gives the hotel absolute, total control over the quality of the wash, the turnaround time, and of course, the cost.
Moving right along to Section 2, Guest versus In-house Items. Okay, so the hotel laundry universe is essentially split into two very distinct halves. On one side, you've got guest laundry. This is the guest's personal clothing collected for washing, dry cleaning, or pressing, and it's run as a chargeable service. On the flip side, we have in-house items. This is the hotel's own property. Think bed and bath linens, table linens, and staff uniforms. So basically, you're contrasting a high-stakes, highly personalized service with massive, high-volume processing.
Which brings us to Section 3, Collecting Guest Clothes. Listen, you don't just grab a guest's laundry bag and run with it. There is a precise 4-step chronological journey here. First up, you collect the bag and the completed list. Second, you literally count and manually check every physical item against that list. Third, you've got to note any existing damage, stains, or special instructions. And finally, record, tag the items, and acknowledge receipt. It's a super strict chain of custody because honestly, no one wants to be the person responsible for shrinking a guest's favorite cashmere sweater, right?
And I really want to highlight this part. You must always check for missing buttons and existing stains before washing. Why does this matter so much? Well, think about it. If you wash a shirt and return it with a missing button, the guest is going to assume your machinery broke it. So, noting that damage beforehand, that's an absolutely crucial customer service and liability prevention tactic.
All right, Section 4, Collecting in-house linens.
Now let's shift gears to the sheer volume of the hotel's daily operations. It's honestly staggering. Staff have to collect soiled in-house linen and uniforms from housekeeping floors, food and beverage outlets, and all over the place. We're talking heavy-duty logistics here, using correctly designated soiled linen bags, laundry chutes, and massive trolleys.
But while you're moving mountains of sheets, there is one absolute unbreakable rule. You must keep soiled items strictly separate from clean items. This is all about maintaining hygiene. If even a corner of a soiled towel touches a freshly laundered stack of sheets, boom, that entire clean stack is compromised. So spatial separation is strictly enforced to avoid cross-contamination and some pretty severe hygiene risks.
Let's zoom back out for Section 5, the full laundry cycle.
First things first, you've got to have the right tools. To run an industrial on-premise laundry, trainees must master some seriously heavy machinery. Commercial washers, massive dryers, steam pressers, and flat irons, plus sorting shelves. And they also have to understand the exact science behind the chemicals, like chlorine bleach, fabric softeners, and specific stain-removing agents. You have to use these strictly per the manufacturer's instructions. Like I said earlier, this isn't your average Sunday laundry at home where you just toss in a pod. It's a highly regulated process to protect both the fabrics and the staff.
So, what does the entire life cycle look like? It follows a very clear 5-step cycle. Number 1, collecting the items. 2, sorting them and treating any stains. 3, selecting the exact correct washing and drying method based on specific textile codes. 4, the pressing and finishing process. And finally, number 5, performing post-cleaning checks,
processing all the internal records and billing, and returning the items back to the guest or the hotel.
Mastering this entire cycle is a real professional trade. Earning that official housekeeping NC2 qualification requires proving competence in every single one of these steps. From spotting a tiny stain to safely running a giant commercial steam press, this certification is proof that a trainee is fully ready to execute enterprise policy flawlessly.
So, I'm going to leave you with this thought. Could you pass the housekeeping NC2 assessment? Do you think you have the extreme attention to detail required to track a VIP guest laundry and the logistical mindset to manage thousands of sheets a day without crossing the clean and dirty streams? The hidden, high-pressure world of the on-premise laundry is absolutely fascinating. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. And next time you slide into a pristine hotel bed, you'll know exactly the journey those sheets took to get there.